The movie begins in Hawaii, where a young man named Sean Jones is riding his dirt bike through a scenic area. Sean suddenly comes across a horrifying crime. A crime boss, Eddie Kim, is brutally murdering a high-profile prosecutor with a baseball bat. Sean, terrified, flees the scene as Kim's men spot him. He rushes home, but before he can figure out his next move, Kim's hitmen break into his apartment, intent on silencing him. Just before they can get to Sean, FBI Special Agent Flynn rescues him. Flynn informs Sean that he is now the only witness who can testify against Kim, and to keep him safe, they need to get him to Los Angeles as soon as possible. The movie introduces Claire Miller, the lead flight attendant, Troy and Ken, two laid-back best friends, 3Gs, a famous person, Mercedes, traveling with her small dog, a newlywed couple excited for their honeymoon. Claire gets the plane ready for everyone. Eddie plans on killing everyone on the plane with rare venomous snakes to get rid of his witness. Meanwhile, deep inside the cargo hold, a crate rigged with a time-release mechanism sits unnoticed among the luggage. This crate, planted by Eddie Kim's men, is filled with hundreds of venomous snakes, set to be released mid-flight. At 30 minutes into the flight, the timer on the mysterious cargo crate hits 0, the lid springs open, and dozens of snakes slither out, immediately spreading across the cargo area, air vents, and electrical panels. At first, no one notices, but as they crawl through the plane's infrastructure, they reach unexpected places. Passengers are still unaware until tragedy strikes. A couple sneaks into the lavatory for a romantic moment until they're attacked by multiple snakes, leading to a gruesome end. More and more snakes start to spread out throughout the plane while everyone else still doesn't know. The pilot finds a problem in the plane and goes to solve it, but little did he know he was going to be attacked by snakes. Claire goes to inform Agent Flynn, but it was too late for the pilot. Claire tries to comfort the two little boys as there is no parent with them, so she tells them to play a game until she comes back to them. Another pilot finds snakes by him, so he attacks them, causing the oxygen masks to come down, and it is all filled with snakes, and then chaos begins. Agent John tries to escape but discovers there is even more snakes. Agent Flynn goes to rescue Agent John, but he is already bit by the time Flynn gets down there. One of the little boys gets bit by the venomous snakes as they tried to hide but didn't work. A poor mother with a baby in her gets injured with her baby in her hand while trying to escape. In a safe section of the plane, trying to block the snakes from advancing, the passengers work together to fight back. Using luggage, blankets, and fire extinguishers, they push back swarms of snakes. An elderly woman hears a baby crying, so she moved all the luggage away so she can get the baby, but while trying to, she gets bit. She physically can't do anything anymore and gets more sick by the time goes. Agent Flynn tries to help Agent John, but doesn't know what to do from the bite that Agent John got, and after a little while Agent John stops breathing. Flynn calls his team about what is going on in the plane and tells him that they need a poisonous snake expert so he can know how to stop the snakes. Sean and Flynn start to argue, but Flynn needs him to stay as far as possible away from the snakes, so he is able to testify against Eddie Kim. He meets an expert, but he realizes those type of snakes aren't from the US, so they had to dig deeper. Flynn grabs a dead snake to describe the snake for the expert to get the correct antidote for the people on the plane that has been bit. With no one in control of the plane, Claire goes to control it, but a snake stops her from trying to. But eventually she beats the snake. Then Flynn notices and helps Claire bring the plane back up. The rest of the people try to block all the snakes because there are too many of them. The main pilot returns, but is badly hurt from the venomous snakes and puts the plane on autopilot, so no one struggles trying to pilot. The little boy draws the snake that bit his little brother to remember which kind of snake it was. Claire goes to check on the elderly woman and notices she was too sick from the venomous bite and passed away. Flynn sees Claire crying, so Flynn comforts her, letting her know everything will be okay. After the power goes out, Claire gives Flynn directions to be able to turn on the air conditioner on and to turn the lights on, but while trying to do that, Flynn gets attacked by snakes. He manages to beat them and was able to turn the power back on and successfully got out. They manage to catch the owner of the snakes and finds out that Eddie Kim paid him to put the snakes on the plane and took the antidote with them for when the plane lands. Agent Flynn and the rest has been notified that they found the antidote to cure the bites. When they go to talk to the pilot, they notice the door isn't opening, so Flynn forces the door to open and the pilot has been killed. As the plane nears Los Angeles, Flynn realizes they need a drastic solution. He lets everyone know to buckle up and decides to depressurize the plane by shooting out a window, which will suck most of the snakes out into the sky. With most of the snakes gone, the final challenge remains landing the plane. With no pilots left, the passengers turn to a nervous young man 3Gs, a rapper's bodyguard, who claims he's played a lot of flight simulators. Air traffic control guides him through the landing process. The plane makes a rough but safe landing, skidding onto the runway. Firefighters and emergency personnel rush to assist the wounded passengers. Flint and Sean step out of the plane, relieved but shaken. The nightmare is finally over. Thanks for watching until the end, and if you made it this far, make sure you subscribe for more breakdowns.